I'm Meimei, and you found yourself tangled in terrors in the tapestry once again. You know how this works, right? Once you're here, there's no going back. You're a thread in the weave now, and sometimes the weave pulls back. Every episode is a strand of something older, darker, stitched into the corners of places you think you know. Sometimes it's just a story. Sometimes it's a warning. Tonight, we're not talking about the ghost you've heard of, not the white lady everyone swears they've seen along Balete Drive. No. This is about a jeepney and the night when no one got off. I've got a cousin, Carlo. Not the type to scare easily. He's lived in Manila his whole life, seen its strange nights, heard all the old ghost tales that cling to the city like humidity. But the night he came home from work, something in him had changed. It was a Friday, rain slamming against the streets so hard it drowned every other sound. Carlo had just locked up the print shop in Cubao where he worked late shifts. Past midnight, streets nearly empty. No grab cars, no FX, no taxis. Just him and the rain. And then he saw it. A jeepney idling under a flickering street lamp like it was waiting. Paint faded, headlights dim, the route sign barely legible. Cubao to Balete to San Juan. It wasn't his usual route, but better than walking home through the downpour. So he climbed in. Inside, the air was thick, warm but not comfortable. Heavy, like the inside of a locked room that hadn't been opened in years. 3 passengers, a man in a crisp barong sitting perfectly still, a schoolgirl with tight braids, hands clenched around her bag, an old woman in a washed-out floral dress, smiling faintly at the floor. No one spoke. The only sound was the rain drumming the roof. Streetlights outside flickered past in strange, uneven intervals. Carlo checked his phone, battery full. A few minutes later, dead. No light, no warning. Then the street changed. The houses were gone. No pedestrians, no tricycles, just endless rows of massive balete trees, their roots curling into the asphalt like veins. The schoolgirl looked at him, her face pale, her eyes huge. She shook her head slowly, warning him. That's when he noticed the old woman's feet. They weren't touching the floor. He turned to look at the man in the barong, but the seat was empty. And then the driver spoke. His voice wasn't right. Low, rough, like leaves grinding against metal. We're almost there. Carlo's gut twisted. He rapped the steel bar. Stopping here! The jeepney didn't slow. The schoolgirl mouthed words at him. No sound, just lips moving. Don't look back. Something cold clamped down on his shoulder. Too heavy, too solid. like the hand belonged to something much larger than a person. Carlo didn't think. He jumped, rolled hard on the wet asphalt. Skin tore open on his palms. When he looked up, no jeepney, no road, only the black silhouettes of balete trees leaning overhead, branches bending down like they were listening to him breathe. He walked, minutes, maybe hours, until finally, headlights, a real jeepney. The driver squinted at him. "Where'd you come from? There's no road there." Carlo didn't answer. The next day, he went back. Same spot. Nothing. No jeepneys, no sign with that route. He asked a traffic enforcer. The man just shook his head. "That route's been gone for years. The last jeepney for Balete Drive crashed in '98. Everyone died." Carlo asked where the jeepney was now. The enforcer looked him straight in the eyes. No one ever found it.
Some rides don't take you home. They take you somewhere else. Somewhere you can't walk back from. If you ever find yourself under that flickering light on a rainy night and a jeepney with no passengers calls to you, remember Carlo. Don't meet their eyes. Don't speak. And whatever you do, don't look back. Because in this tapestry, some threads don't just lead to stories. They lead to endings. And not all endings are yours to choose.